I just know Islam wants this one, and he can do it all. So can he take Jack down? Absolutely, he can take him down. Can he outstrike Jack? Absolutely, he can outstrike him. Maybe a better deal to do what Bilal should have done and what he didn't do. And that's something I know that Islam will do because he's never not listened to us. And also the weight, Islam won't be a small guy. He's fairly decent welterweight. So Islam is a whole different animal than Jack's ever been involved with. So if that fight does, we're going to see a hell of a.
We have to get by JDM too, and that's not going to be. Khabib and I have our work cut out for us, and other coaches. This is not an easy task. This is a very dangerous individual, and we better come at it correctly. Otherwise, we're going to come out looking. What next? There is no next. You got to climb back the ladder.
Jack Della Maddalena is gaining attention in the UFC, but now MMA experts are talking about him facing Islam Makhachev. From worries about Makhachev's wrestling to doubts about experience, the talk is heating up. Here's what fighters are saying. Jack Della Maddalena's name has been trending in UFC talks recently, especially when it's about the lightweight champ, Islam Makhachev. But when the thought of JDM fighting Islam came up on the 4 Pound podcast, both Kamaru Usman and Henry Cejudo shared their views. Kamaru began by setting things in context. He said Jack Della Maddalena is skilled, dangerous with his striking, and a strong name in the welterweight division. But he quickly noted that taking on Islam is another level. Kamaru said Makhachev has mastered not just the Dagestani wrestling, but also has the calm focus of a champion who's been there before. Usman said if Jack fought Islam now, the gap in experience would be huge. He believes JDM still needs more time against elite fighters before thinking of facing Makhachev. Henry Cejudo then stepped in and repeated the warning. He broke it down in technical terms, saying Jack's striking is sharp, clean, and powerful, but against Islam, that may not matter. Henry explained that once Makhachev grabs hold of you, the fight changes completely. He mentioned how Islam's chain wrestling, his skill to trap rivals on the fence, and his crushing top pressure are things fighters can't really train for until they feel it. Henry said clearly that Jack Della Maddalena doesn't yet have the tools to stop that ground game, and if he fought now, it could damage his career more than help it. Usman added further, saying people sometimes ignore how much pressure comes with facing Islam. It's not only the physical test, it's mental too. He explained how Makhachev keeps pressing, minute after minute, without slowing down, and that wears fighters out before the end even arrives. Usman said he respects Jack's talent, but warned that timing would be key for such a fight.
We believe Islam is going to beat him.
I don't know where
Makhachev is not going to be in Abu Dhabi.
I don't know where the fight's going to take place yet.
I can tell you. It will take place in the U.S.
Really? Okay.
In a big arena. One of the biggest arenas.
When it comes to Jack Della Maddalena against Islam Makhachev, no voice matters more than the man in Islam's corner, Coach Javier Mendez. And Mendez has said it clearly, if Jack believes Islam's striking is basic, he's in for a hard shock. During his media talks, Mendez told JDM not to overlook Makhachev's stand-up. He explained that Islam's striking has been improving for over 10 years, and people forget he has already beaten skilled strikers before. It's not only about wrestling, Islam has real power and timing that fighters don't fully get until they face him inside the cage. Even so, Mendez isn't ignoring Della Maddalena. He gave Jack full respect for being one of the best strikers in the welterweight division. He noted JDM's skill to use knees, kicks, hooks, and uppercuts in combinations, and agreed that makes him a very tough opponent. But still, Mendez said fighting Islam is a whole different fight. The danger isn't from one weapon, it's the pressure, the changes, the mix of striking with wrestling that breaks fighters down. In the end, Mendez's point is simple. Jack Della Maddalena is real danger, but if he underestimates Islam's striking, he's making a huge error. Against Makhachev, it's not only a fight, it's a test that blends everything, and that's why Mendez thinks Islam still has the advantage.
Still has the edge.
It's hard to say if he's a harder challenge. I just know Islam wants this one. So for me, that's the challenge I want, and it's the challenge that I know Islam's going to be, supreme over, because I just know his skill set. I know what he brings to the table, and he brings an incredible work ethic along with skill set.
Leaves
in
Jack.
every
I think what
area.
makes
Javier
JDM
Mendez.
so dangerous, number one, he's unbeaten for quite a while.
Yeah.
He's had quite a long win streak. And the fact that this guy mixes it up extremely well. He goes to the body, to the head. He doesn't just stick head hunting. He mixes it all up. He goes body, punch, boom, and then also the kick comes. And with him, his takedown defense is really, really good also. So we are not in a situation where we can think, oh, we're going to go to the ground or no, we got to see what he's going to give us. And we're going to have to make him give us something because I don't know if he's going to.
Khabib Nurmagomedov never hides his opinions, and when it comes to Jack Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev, he's saying it as he sees it. According to Khabib, Jack is the hardest fight of Islam's whole career. Not Charles Oliveira, not Volkanovski, not anyone else. He believes JDM is the biggest danger. Khabib explained it clearly. First, size. Jack is taller, has a larger frame, and carries that natural welterweight power. That physical edge alone makes him a tough challenge for Islam. Second, the striking. Khabib said Jack's boxing is sharp, strong, and dangerous. And third, he stressed that Jack's grappling defense and scrambling skill have grown fight by fight, meaning he won't be easy to take down and hold. Because of all this, Khabib said directly that he would be more concerned preparing Islam for Jack Della Maddalena than for Ilia Topuria. And from Khabib, that's a big claim. On top of that, Khabib even teased what's next. He said Islam and JDM are expected to headline at Madison Square Garden this November, at UFC 322. Even though Islam may have wanted to keep it secret, Khabib chose to tell the fans. So while other experts are warning Jack about jumping in too fast, Khabib is changing the story. In his eyes, this is the fight that could push Islam like never before, a test of size, striking, and a rising dangerous contender.
Считаю, что Мадалена самый сложный соперник в Ислама карьере. Это мое мнение. Ни Чарльз, никто. Ни один из этих бойцов...
И даже не Илья, если бы это бой был бы.
Ну, мое личное мнение, во-первых, Мадалена 2 раза больше, чем Илья.
Сопоставим.
Илья. Он 2 раза больше. Он выше, больше, ноги помощнее, корпус, бокс не хуже. И грэпплинг он возится очень хорошо, если вы смотрели. Ну, для меня, если я, например, буду готовить Ислама против Илья или Маддалены, для меня больше будет волновать и волнует
Joe Rogan, on his latest podcast with Ilia Topuria, jumped straight into the hot topic of Islam Makhachev. And Ilia didn't hold back. The new lightweight champ told Rogan clearly, I want to fight Islam. That's for sure. But Topuria also said this, if Makhachev moves up to welterweight and loses, then he's not coming back to get a quick title shot at lightweight. In Ilia's words, if he loses, nothing. Let him wait in line. During the podcast, Rogan asked about Islam maybe fighting Belal Muhammad, and Ilia agreed it makes sense if Belal wins. Still, his focus stayed on legacy. He said if Islam wants the fight, it must be on the right terms, no favors, no skipping the line. And Ilia even suggested that Islam's time at lightweight might be ending, noting that Makhachev is already looking toward chasing the belt at 170. So the message was clear on Joe Rogan's podcast, Topuria respects Makhachev, but he's not giving favors. If Islam wants the fight, he must earn it.
He has to earn it.
There's a lot of good fights for you at 155 pounds. Do you have a timeline of when you would like to fight at 155?
I would like to fight with Islam, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I would like I wouldn't fight for a number one contender.
Really?
Fight. No.
You only want to fight for the title?
Yeah, of course.
Really? Okay.
Of course.
Yeah, I understand. That makes sense to me. Look, also, it's the most marketable fight. Everybody else has lost to him. Islam's big. I mean, he easily could be fighting at 170. It's probably torture for him to get down to 155.
Yeah.
Whenever I interview him, I'm like, how are you 155? This is so crazy.
That would show rough weight cuts for him, it seems like.
It's rough.
Yeah.
He's big. He's probably 190 plus.